Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of June 1st, 2016. And this week starts off with DC's Rebirth titles. Four of them came out, and I'm totally excited to see what direction DC is going to take us with this Rebirth stuff. So let's get right into the pulse. First up, we have Batman Rebirth #1 by Tom King. This looks to be an amazing, amazing book. I cannot wait to dive into this and see where Tom King takes Batman. Tom King's been doing an amazing job with Vision, and his prior stuff has been just spot on. So, yeah, really curious to see what he does with The Dark Knight. Next up, we have Digital First DC Comics Bombshells #14. Still getting it, still okay. Like the alternative view of some of those heroines and villainesses, I guess. I don't know. Next up, we have Peter Milligan's The Discipline, #4. It's an okay book. I'm all caught up, so that's probably going to be one that I finish out and then dump on eBay. Next up is probably one of the best covers for the series so far, and that's Dr. Fate #13 with a pretty badass cover. Levitz is still writing it, so curious to see where he continues that book. Next up, we have issue 2 of 4001 AD from Valiant. I got caught up with 4001 AD, and it is good stuff. Next up is The Goddamned by Jason Aaron. This is issue 4. Just really gritty look at kind of biblical characters in a different light, but good solid stuff. Next up is Green Arrow Rebirth #1. We have Green Arrow coming back with the goatee and all, so we'll see where this goes. I flipped through that one beforehand, and the art is a little so I'm hoping the story and art combined make it a really solid book. Next up, we have Green Lanterns, not Lantern, Lanterns, Rebirth #1. This is where we see Boz and Jessica Cruz going off and being the Lanterns of Sector 2814. Johns is credited as helping write this issue, but he is no longer going to be writing anything. And that's the one sad thing about Rebirth, is that we aren't getting any Johns for a little while, because he is moving on to hopefully making the movies, DC movies, much better. Next up is Bryan Caveon's Paper Girls #6. I got caught up with this title, and it's good. I enjoy it. It is an interesting book. Really cool stuff. Bryan Caveon normally just hits it out of the park, so yeah, enjoying Paper Girls. Next up, a Rebirth title, Superman Rebirth #1. I'm totally excited to see what Peter Tomasi does with Superman. Superman titles have been lacking with the New 52. The Final Days of Superman was an okay story. The only Superman that I've really enjoyed recently was the Superman Lois and Clark series. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Tomasi brings to the table with Superman. Next up, we have Teen Titans Go #16, this Digital First kids book. I just pick it up because my kids like Teen Titans Go, and I don't mind reading it. So that's pretty much it for my pull list. There are some variants this week that you want to be on the lookout for DC Rebirth, and so I picked those up. That was the Batman Rebirth #1 variant, the Green Arrow #1 Rebirth #1 variant, Green Lanterns Rebirth #1 variant, and finally the Superman Rebirth #1 variant. Had a couple of books actually come in that were delayed, and that was Aquaman #52. So I'm looking forward to finally finishing up that Aquaman. And the next one we have is Earth 2 Society #12. So we were shorted those, but we got them in. Well, at least we got one in. Another one we got from another store. You can also grab. I'll do that after the read list. I also picked up today, our special order stuff was, I got a Harley Quinn t-shirt, and she's wearing the Owned Joker jacket, so love me Harley Quinn. So, and she's got the new hair from the movie. That sounds pretty bitchin'. And I picked up some stuff for the kids, some fun little Teen Titans Go magnets for the fridge. So hopefully they dig those when I give them to them tomorrow. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I got. Read list is kind of small. There were some titles that I didn't pick up and I forgot to write down. So look on the conspiratorbrock.com. Go and look at the list for books that are coming out. Or you can go over to comicsconspiracy.biz and click on new books at the top, I think, or new releases, and that'll give you a full list of the stuff that comes out this week. But on to the read list. First up is Amazing Spider-Man number 13. For those of you who've been following, I know, why am I still reading this? It's torture. It's hard. Spider-Man has been great. Its sales have kind of dropped off a little bit. So I think this is kind of maybe the last issue I'd check out for a little while, but hopefully it's not so bad and I can keep reading it. And then the big book from Marvel is Civil War 2, number 1. Yes, you heard me right. Civil War 2, number 1. I read the 0 issue. It was okay, so I'm curious to see where Civil War goes. I'm not very excited for Civil War 2 because it's kind of just rehashing stuff that's already happened, so yeah. Was rehashing a story that kind of already happened, but this is supposedly different. Then we have Invincible Iron Man number 10. Apparently, you have to take selfies of yourself and say, I got a job. I don't know, new job, whatever. Next up is Moon Knight number 3. Jeff Lemire's been done a great job so far on Moon Knight, so I'm curious to see where that one goes. And then another Lemire book is Old Man Logan number 7. Old Man Logan is just an amazing, amazing title. If you have not read it, you need to get on it. And then the last one on the read list is Punisher number 2. Yeah, it's just good stuff all around. Well, I enjoyed the first issue, so hopefully the second issue keeps my interest. And then if you're a Marvel fan, they do have some, if your store got them, they have the Civil War-like prints for the kind of Battle Royale round 1 for Iron Man versus Captain Marvel. So we'll see. If you want one, snag it at your local shop. That's pretty much it for my pull list. Again, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments down in the comment section below. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just recorded episode 263, and Mr. Ryan Higgins is back. And so we kind of rebirth the Comic Conspiracy after the debacle that was episode 262. Yeah. Hopefully you like episode 263. Is that pretty much it? I think that's pretty much it. Super excited for Rebirth. Let me know what you guys think of the Rebirth titles that came out this week. That being Batman, Green Arrow, Green Lanterns, or Superman. Let me know down in the comments below, so on and so forth, all that wonderful stuff. I'm going to go get to posting this so you can enjoy it, but I will see you next week.